before I introduced Creigh, all of us in the room had a mountaintop experience when Barack Obama was elected president. That was a high point in most of our lives. And let's give a big hand to that. So we will lose that if Creigh Deeds and his colleagues don't win this election. The enemies of Barack Obama would use the defeat of our ticket in November to say that Barack Obama has been rejected by the people of Virginia. So I'm committed every day between now and November 3rd to make sure that Creigh Deeds, George Wright, Steve Shannon are elected for statewide office in Virginia. The world introduces a lot of the important people, but I want to re-emphasize the support of the FL-CIO. When I started out many years ago, we were partners in the movement. They've been faithful all that time. And I understand for the first time, 20 years, membership of unions increased by about 6%. That's good news for all of us. Let's give them a big hand. About Creigh Deeds, we know everything about it. But, when I started many years ago, I was fortunate to be associated with Alden Hill and Sam Tucker. And we were fighting the civil rights movement, winning cases against companies, people who discriminated. And I started that about 1961. I was only 10 years old at the time. So I may be give or take a few. That's been a wonderful experience, seeing the progress that we have made in civil rights. And also, in the political area, we made progress. We have enough power in this room to defeat forces in Afghanistan. We have a lot of power and influence in this room. And Creigh Deeds isn't going to win this election or lose it. It's up to us. This is the way the system works. If we want to remain free and get liberty, all of us have to work for it over and over and over again. And having said that, we have a perfect vehicle in Creigh Deeds. He's just what we need in Virginia at this time. We had the experience with Bob Warner, who turned the tide, and we had Tim Kaine to keep us going and keep momentum. And we need a Creigh Deeds. Virginia needs a Creigh Deeds at this time. And we're going to make it happen. Creigh and I got in the legislature at about the same time. He in the House and I in the Senate. But in leadership, I had the connection. He was committed to the same things that I'm committed to. If you look at his record over those 18 years, it's been education, expanding educational opportunities at all levels. Then it's been jobs. He's from an area of the state where they need more jobs. He's been fighting for increased employment at all levels. That's what Virginia needs, that's what the nation needs at this time. Amen. And more important than that, Creigh Deeds is a man who has integrity. He's not a fly-by-night person who changes, who's trying to recast himself to get elected governor, change his image. He doesn't need to change his image. His image is all we need, and what we're going to get him. When you serve in the body of somebody, you get to see them up close, see them when the tough decisions have to be made. You have conversations that are known to the public at the press. You really get to know them well. And I've known Creigh, he's on my committee, and he is a tremendous senator, and he will make even a greater government. Let's elect him.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Senator Marsh. You're a great role model and a great leader for a long, long time. Thank you all for being here. I'm humbled to have such a group of people. I'm humbled by my friends. You know, Don McKeegan, Jennifer McClellan, Reverend McQuinn, Joe Morrissey, Betsy Carr, people I've known for an awful long time. I see you sitting back there. Lots of people I've known for an awful long time. Jimmy Burrell, C.T. Woody, Webb, and J.J. Miner, the master of the feast. Thank you for bringing me. Thank you all for coming. I want you to know, I was born in Richmond. I was born in Richmond because the problems of Bath County are the same today as they were in the 50s. There's no work. My parents were down here working in 1958 when I was born. I was raised up on a farm in Bath County, my grandparents' farm. And I guess I never really thought about this when I was a kid, because everybody pretty much had the same thing around where I lived. But when I went to college later on, I figured out I was probably what most people consider poor. But I never really thought of myself that way because I lived on a farm. We had plenty to eat. I never knew hunger. All of that changed when I was 17. When I was 17 years old, I hitchhiked down to a crossroads near where I grew up, a place called Millburn Springs. And the Richmond Baptist Association has a camp down there. They still have it. It's called Camp Alculano. And they basically take kids from Richmond without a lot of money, take them up there for a couple weeks in the summer, and change that summer did more than just change. It changed my heart. I was sitting at the head of the table at lunchtime early in I was the hired me as a counselor. I hitchhiked down there and asked for a job, and they hired me. And I was sitting at the head of the table when I was summer. I was 17. Early in the session, a little boy was sitting just to my left-hand side, 9 years old, a beautiful child, looked at me with big brown eyes and asked a question that changed everything for me. You mean we eat more than once a day here? I guess I knew poor, but I'd never known hunger before, but I looked at it in the eyes that day. And it scared me. It scared me. It made me realize that we're in church, we're Democrats, because of verses 31 through 46 in the 25th chapter of the book of Gover, and I fall short every single day. I'm just too proud. But it sums up what I think it's a good verse for anyone involved in public service, but probably for any one period. It's the third verse in the second chapter of the book of Philippians. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourself. Now sometimes people say, well, Creigh, you're just too soft. You're not forceful enough. Well, honestly, I don't think force is all that thing you When I was a little boy, I didn't grow up a whole lot. I grew up out on a farm. My great uncle, my grandmother's little brother, had summer camps. We live up on the Calpasas River in Bath County, and it's an area where people come to spend their summers. And since I was in the family, I got to freeload in the camp when I was just a little one. Uncle Frank used to say something on the first day of camp that stuck with me all my life. And I got to admit, when I was 7 years old, I didn't know what that old man was talking about. But the longer I lived, the more I realized that he was giving a lesson of life. What he'd say, boys, you're going to get out of this camp exactly what you put into it.
Yes, yes.
And you know what? You're either all in or you're not in at all. When people that know me know that I'm all in the things I do, and if I get this extraordinary opportunity to be the 71st governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, I will be all in every day, focused on creating opportunity and prosperity and hope for every Virginian in every corner of this Commonwealth. That's the way I operate. It's who I am. It's what I've done. It's what I've done. And I'll be done. I appreciate you all coming out. It was a great breakfast. I mean, the chefs. Here's the bottom line. We have 55 days left to win this election. Now, I can't win